Hello there, commanders, and welcome to another Total War Arena news update. This time we have developer log number 5, or diary as Google has decided to translate it today as. We have new content coming soon, so we finally are getting an update to what we were supposed to get an update a week ago. Well, let's find out why that was, or why that is. Skipping past the Chinese message, we get... Hi commanders, last week's were quite hard for us all. A series of technical problems disrupted our work and your experience with Arena. We're sorry for that and hope we will avoid similar problems in the future. Okay, here's my feedback about that. If you do have technical problems and are coming up with such, let's not say excuse, but an explanation, well, bring that explanation to us as quickly as possible, because we were promised new units in May, and then May is over and there are new units inside. So at least if I don't see new units, I would like to see an explanation as to why they aren't there. But I went looking for it and I found neither the units nor the explanation. And then we get explanation, but much later. So you should definitely give us an explanation on time. If the units are delayed, at least do not delay information as to why they are delayed, because you're delaying the information about the delay itself, which is, definitely not the right thing to do. Anyway, as I have finally formulated my thoughts, let's get into the remaining of the message. Some of you noticed that we have planned to release new premium units in May. I did, yes, I made a video about the fact that today is today, and that today was the last day of May, and there were no new units. Or maybe it was 1st of January. June. Yeah. The other one of 3 months that starts with J. You can expect new content on 10th of June. It will bring a series of improvements for new players and awaited new Chinese premium units. So they have changed their mind from a new Chinese Tech 3 branch to new Chinese units. So maybe the Tech 3 branch will be still coming sometime in the future, or it was just a very weird wording that they used. But I don't know about that. Like, how do you confuse a new Tech 3 branch with premium units? Well, there are possibilities. If you are incompetent, then yes, you can confuse them. I would rather like to assume that people who write these messages are not incompetent and they just change their mind somewhere along the line, and maybe there will be a new Tech 3 branch coming in the future, and now they're just awkwardly trying to sweep that under the carpet and not explain why they used such a wording before, and hoping that nobody will notice. But here they are admitting that some of people might have noticed things that they have written. So maybe address the other thing that you have written that other people might have also noticed. I would really like you to do that and, stop playing some kind of weird charades with us and just laid out the cards on the table, at least those that you have gave us a sneak peek for, and now pretending as if nothing happened. Anyway, continuing on. Just in time to celebrate Dragon Boat Festival weekend, which of course means a wealth of attractive rewards. I checked, I googled the Dragon Boat Festival, and it starts on Monday, on 14th. Today is 7th. So when they say Dragon Boat Festival weekend, they may either mean this weekend, 11th to 13th, or the next month, 18th to 20th. Well, we will see, but maybe we'll get a whole week of rewards if it's the second weekend, because the festival starts here and that will be the weekend following it. If it's this one, maybe we would have heard something about it. Then again, there is supposed to be a patch on 10th of June, and we still didn't get a single preview of it. Usually you get those on Tuesdays, sometimes on Wednesdays, sometimes on Fridays. Yes, there was a patch I remember that came out on Thursday, and they gave us the patch notes a day later, after the patch has already been, uploaded and people started playing. It's like, yeah, okay, we got some changes. Let us just figure out on our own what the hell changed. And well, a day later we didn't have to. Continuing on. The new faction we mentioned in previous post is almost ready to be released, but still needs some work and testing, so it could be released in the first half of July. Thank you for playing and keep sharing your feedback and ideas. So yeah, first half of July. There's something else coming in the first half of July. Yeah. Sorry for that pause. It really got me thinking, actually. Because it changes my plans a little bit. Because the previous post said new faction in June. Now it is first half of July. So I have started my preparations under the assumption that a new faction will come out by the end of June. Now, it changed to could be released in the first half of July. So this may get in the way of my plans. But they have been set in motion already, and I don't think I can really back out at this point. I mean, obviously I can. I can just tell people, yeah, fuck all of that. Let's not do it. But it would be nice if CA was a little bit more reliable with their schedule. So that then I could operate around it properly. But well, I would assume that we are going to hear about a new faction. It may be Persia, it may be Gladiators. Again, we have no confirmation as to which one it is. Might be something else entirely. I would be very surprised if it wasn't Persia or Gladiators, though. Which also gets in my way ever so slightly, because I would like to start posting videos, the faction previews, just like I did for the Chinese faction. But without knowing which one it is, if I get it wrong, that is pretty bad. Because if I give you Persia faction preview, and it turns out it's Gladiators, then I will not give you Gladiators faction previews. Well, depending on the timing, right? If they give me enough time to prepare the Gladiator faction previews, then I will be able to also post them in time ahead of the release. But then the Persia that would be already released, possibly, they would be very mistimed. So it essentially, for me, is quite a big gamble. Like, I need to bet on a 50-50 chance whether it is Persia or Gladiators coming out next. And there is no way for me to know or give me a hint. I can only make an educated guess. And my educated guess is that it is Persia. But there are certain hints in favor of suggesting that it might be Gladiators. So, well, I am in a predicament because all of CA is doing, shrouding everything in mystery, shuffling their schedule, really puts a wrench in my plans. And those plans are designed to help promote Total War Arena among the Western communities. So CA, by doing whatever the hell they're doing at the moment, their shenanigans, is really not helping. And well, I wouldn't need to do it if they did it at all, but they aren't. So they probably will still claim that I'm not helping, and instead I am achieving the opposite effect. But I'll just kindly disagree with them and tell them it's okay. Feel free to do it on your own, you know? And then you can complain. But as long as you're not doing anything in that direction, then yeah. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Which is a sad perspective, but you know, I'm open for CA to hit me up. They know where to find me. Anyway, that is the end of this video. 11 minutes to talk about such a short message. But yeah, leave me comments below whether you think it is Page or Gladiators. And as for the plans that I talked about that are already set in motion, well, as CA will also tell you, the timing of reveals is important. So I want to time it correctly. So I won't tell you yet, because I don't want the hype to die out before the actual thing happens. Yep. So consider this a teaser to slightly increase your hype and anticipation. Or rather, hype is another word for anticipation that was recently introduced to our language, I guess. Anyway, linguistics aside, I will see you on Arena's battlefields, Commanders.